Hello and welcome to Sleepy Sunday, a little series I'm wanting to do where I just kind of play games that make me feel a little bit relaxed and play some chill music in the background, and we all just kind of unwind and talk. We're gonna play Banished today. I recorded it last time for Sleepy Sunday, and I might release it, I might not, we haven't quite decided yet. It was kind of a disaster within year 3. I destroyed a storage barn, and I thought that they would bring the food to market, but they didn't, and everybody died. It wasn't so good. What kind of name should we go for? Let's go for... Last time we went with Sleepy Hollow, so maybe this time we'll go for... Oh, I don't know. Lazy Brook. Lazy Brook Ridge. Make it one word. Make everything just kind of nice. Let's shuffle around on the map seed. Let's make terrain size small. Starting conditions medium. Disasters on. Should we just turn them off? Honestly, no, we'll be okay. So we're gonna go play some Banished and just relax. I'm gonna crack my knuckles a bit, sorry. And my neck. It's been a long day. And I'm just ready to play a game and feel super relaxed. Last time I went ahead and built a market first, which was okay. It wasn't the best plan, and it wasn't the worst plan. It just kind of was a plan, you know? So I'm thinking, what all have we got to work with? We've got all this down here and here. We'll probably have to start around here, but there are a little bit of hills. Lazy Brook Ridge lives up to its name. Let's go ahead and pause it and pull up all of our menus and try to figure out what it is exactly that we want to do with this town. I like to have these 3. I don't care so much for the map. It's not the best thing in my opinion. Not something I want to worry about. And the production limits, it's alright, but I don't really care either. It's useful if you want to get into that. I think for now, we're just going to go ahead and start by placing a couple of wooden houses down. That way we can get some... Actually, you know what? I've changed my mind instantly. We're gonna go with the Gatherer's Hut. We're gonna put it... I'm thinking over here a little bit. Maybe just even here. We're gonna go ahead and assign like 6 builders, because we're gonna want to build a hut, but we're also gonna want to build a couple of houses so that our people can have some place to stay. So we're just gonna build one. Let's go ahead and build one here, and here, and here. There we go. Let's assign all 9 people. Start the timer, and let's go. So in case you didn't know, in case maybe I didn't upload the last video for whatever reason, sometimes I do that. I'll record and I won't necessarily release. In case I didn't, and you don't know, Sleepy Sunday is just a chill, nice time with some soft music in the background where we can just relax and feel good and not feel pressured into playing a game that demands too much from us. We can just kind of take it easy and enjoy ourselves. And Banished is one of those games that really does it for me. I always feel really good about Banished. It's just a game that makes me feel happy and gives me something to do without needing all of my attention all the time. We're gonna build a Forester's Lodge. We're gonna go ahead, I think, and build it, around this side of town. If I can figure out the keys to get over here. We're gonna go ahead and build it right... Let's build it right here. Why not? I'm not so worried about the placement. I'm gonna build it there. We're running out of stones. We have exactly none. That's a bit troubling, isn't it? But we should get some right around here. In fact, we can just take this handy tool, collect stone, and collect as much as we want. We've got 5 people just kind of mucking about, not really doing a whole lot, and they can gather up some stone for us. This time I won't be destroying the storage barn, because last time that turned out to be the thing that screwed us over. There was food everywhere, no one was picking it up. It was just crazy, for lack of a better word. I think we're going to also go ahead and just remove some resources in a 15 by 15 square. That way we have a nice empty spot in front of our houses that I can build the market square in, where they can start storing all of their goods. Ah, man. There's nothing quite like this, right? Let's just slow it down. You just get this nice, relaxing day. It's Sunday. It's your day off. You know, whether you're working or doing something else, it's the day that you can kind of just relax and take for yourself. Maybe get some chores done around the house, do the dishes, do some laundry, whatever you need to do before you start your next work week. And hopefully, this will be a nice addition to your time. You can enjoy the nice sound of rain and music, and just kind of feel a little bit happier for having tuned in. A little bit more peaceful and connected. And just good. And that's always what we want. We always want to feel good, feel happy. We're missing something, and I think it's stone. It is stone. That's okay. We'll get it shortly. There is no real shortage of stone around here. Let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit. Not too much, though. I think that might have been one of the things that didn't feel so good last time, is I sped up time quite a bit and ended up getting so focused on rushing around and trying to fix everything that I didn't have much of a chill time. And it's Sleepy Sunday for a reason. We want to be relaxed and happy. So I think this time we're just going to relax and go a little bit slower paced. Maybe speed up every once in a while. Look, Manning has grown up from an adult to a laborer. So good for you, Manning. Good for you. I think that means he's like 10 years old, which isn't necessarily as good. I think they start him young. So right now all we have is this gatherer's hut for food, and it's doing alright. But we're gonna want a hunting cabin as well. And I'm thinking, you know, we could put it right next to it. I mean, it'll hunt all the game around it, and maybe it would have been better to put it a little bit back further, but we're okay with where it is right now. Actually, no we're not. Let's go ahead and change it. Let's put it back here, just a little bit further. Put it right behind. There we go. Then we can build ourselves a forestry station right next to the gatherer. And what they'll do is they will chop the stones, and oh look, all these people are homeless still. They'll chop the stones, and or the woods, but they'll also replant so that it always is a cycle of growth and rebirth. And then this guy will hunt all the different food that we're going to need, all the different deer and everything. Our stockpile is getting pretty full actually, so this is good to get some growth in. Oh, what am I doing? Silly man. I already have a forestry lodge. I didn't even realize. See, this is honestly part of the fun part about doing these kind of super relaxed kind of videos, is that we don't have to worry too much. And we know that these things happen, so it is what it is. Let's go ahead and make a path so that this guy can get to his house. There we go. We're going to need to assign some people to work here, so let's go ahead and say 3 people and raise the log limit to 600 or so. Maybe we'll even throw in a woodcutter, just kind of nearby. first off, I suppose, we should add in a stockpile. Just for the logs. Just maybe right next door outside. Oh, it's a bit tough to see, isn't it? But if we just kind of follow our intuition, we can make it right there. And then we can build ourselves a nice little log cutter. Maybe he'll face him, and they'll be friends. They'll be next door neighbors and best friends. If we can get in there to see it. It's a bit difficult, admittedly, but that's okay. Lots of difficult things are worth doing. There we go. They should start building all of that now, and everything's good. See, look at this. We've got ourselves some homeless people, but not for much longer. They're gonna have houses soon, all throughout here. Everybody looks like they're getting everything done. We're gonna go ahead and snag one of those gatherers to become a builder, just for now, just so we can get these houses built up. Man, it's really coming together already. Everything's already coming together nicely, isn't it? Soon we can put in like a little fisherman's house, put it like down here on the river. We could put a little Trader Joe's, maybe Trader Isaac, I don't know. We'll put him over here. Maybe Trader Finn. That's a nice little Star Wars joke for you. So everything's kind of coming along. It's a little slower than I'm used to with this game because, as I said, I'm only playing it 2 times. I wanted to kind of slow down this time and have some room to just hang out and talk rather than feel too rushed. I feel like I'm having to whisk around and not really be able to enjoy it and relax. So this is a much nicer feeling. Our stone is low, and that's okay. Maybe I'll stop making paths out of stone for now. Ah, here we go. Let's go ahead and give him a nice little path to his house. To his little hunting cabin. He'll deliver foods to the barn, along with everybody else. It's good. Look, they've already gotten part of their house built. They're already clearing ground for the other 2. Everything is working out pretty fine, actually. It is good. Everything is wonderful. Let's just take a closer look at these guys and see what they're doing. Sorry, I'm going to take a quick drink. It's always good to stay hydrated. There we go. It's always very good to stay hydrated. You have to take care of your body, and you have to take care of your mind. Little life lessons on this rainy, super sleepy Sunday. I had thought about maybe streaming it, and I was going to call it my Super Sleepy Sunday stream, but I also realized that might not be the direction that I want to take. Just because I know it would be kind of a little bit less chill if I was constantly trying to read comments and respond to people. So I think this works out quite nicely for me. Maybe we'll put another storage right here. Oh, not a whole barn. Just a shed. Or just a stockpile. Just to have a little extra and to even things up on this little city block that we've just made. Look at that. We're already making city blocks. It's wonderful, isn't it? It's coming together quite fast. Everybody's living together. Everybody's happy. We've got a lot of food. Things are going really well. Look, that's my favorite number as well, 111. And look at all the potato that we have. Wow. I've never seen that many potatoes in my life. It's wonderful. I really actually am enjoying this so much more now that it's slowed down and just relaxing. We're gonna want to build a schoolhouse soon. So I think that after we get these 2 houses built and this guy built, we're going to want to build a schoolhouse. That way we can educate our children so that when they grow up, they'll be much, much more diligent workers and much happier, and they can go on to maybe start their own businesses. Maybe Mike will become a fisherman. You know, maybe Manning here. Oh, Manning, he was the child. See, he's 11. He's a forester right now, but maybe in a few more years he will pack up and he'll open up his own school of cosmetology. Who can say? And what about you? Rayleigh here. Rayleigh's 13 years old, and she's a builder. It just goes to show you that you can do anything you want if you set your mind to it. The whole community is coming together to build something wonderful. And isn't that the goal? Isn't that the dream? It's all kind of... I think this guy got the short end of the stick. I think his door is on this side. It's hard to tell, actually. I don't see his door anywhere. So it could be on this side or this side, but I think it's okay. They know what they're doing. Maybe he just is a fan of alleyways, and so he wanted his door to be in the alley. We are very low on firewood, but I think that's okay. After this house is built, and it is, they'll come over here, and they'll build this guy. Oh, actually, hang on. I don't think they're building him anymore. No, they chose not to do it, so let's go ahead and get this back online, because we do need charcoal. Or we need some firewood, I mean. It's a very necessary thing to survive the winter. I built that a bit wonky, so let's go ahead and replace it, because it's not going to take so much time to do. There we go. We're just going to build that in, and then we'll have some firewood going, and we can last out the winter. So hopefully that'll be done before autumn is over, so we can get a little bit of firewood before winter, and all these lovely, wonderful humans can heat their homes. We still got 3 out of 4 gatherers, and 2 out of 3 hunters. The hunters haven't brought back a whole lot yet. They have brought back some leather, so they are getting some catches. Look how many people live here. Oh man. Shad and Lake, 17-year-olds. Have 3 children. One of them's 8. That means that Shad and Lake started having kids when they were 9 years old. Wow, and look at these two. Rigoberto and Rainey. They have a child. They're 8 years apart. These two have a 3-year-old. Oh my. Well, you know what they say. It is what it is. Manning, my friend Manning is here. He lives alone. He doesn't have a family just yet, but he will. And that's the beautiful thing about this community. He'll marry a very lovely lass. Maybe it'll even be Tatiana in a few more years. She's a whole year old and walking around, getting something to eat all by herself. The people in this beautiful city of Lazy Brook Ridge. I couldn't see it at the moment. There was my Fraps is in the corner, so it was a bit hard to see. The people of Lazy Brook Ridge are real go-getters, as you can tell. 1 year old, and she's already walking around. She's a good lass. So let's go ahead and put in a guy, a woodcutter guy or girl, and the fuel limit will be 200. So once they hit 200, they'll stop, which is very good. Everything is good about that. So let's go ahead and this is really the most lucrative I've found for food early game is gatherers. Hunters are good, don't get me wrong, but I think gatherers are very important. What should we build next? We could build an herbalist and start stockpiling medicines. That might be a really good thing to do, you know. But I think that before I do that, I want to build a market. And building a market is a good thing to do. Very early game, I think, in my opinion. You know, of course, I could be wrong about it, but in my opinion, it's a very good thing to do early game. So everything has a place to go. And I like it when things have a place to go. It all just kind of goes naturally and feels good to me. We don't have enough stone to make this work. We have just enough iron, so we might just have to go collect some more stones from back here. And maybe back here as well. But they'll get onto that, and everything will be well. Let's just kind of keep an eye on them and make sure everything's going smoothly for our wonderful colonists. I've only just realized that the keys that you use to turn are a little bit, they're reversed from what I would expect. And it's funny because I've been using it this way for years apparently. I just never noticed until just now. And I think that's fine. I think that's kind of funny. How's Manning doing? Is he feeling good? He's pretty happy and healthy. Yeah, he's not educated, but perhaps one day he will be. I have faith that if he wants it, he will get it. Soon we will have a school. I think as soon as winter's over, we're going to invest heavily in the school system. Maybe place a school, maybe just right over here. Then you can go past the nice gatherer's hut. Right on your way to school every day. It'd be kind of nice. 1-year-olds can walk around. Oh. 1-year-olds can walk around and head to school. Carmine was born. Who was she born to? Oh, look at these guys. They've been busy. Carmine is the child of Lynn, Woody, and Damar. Have just had a baby, Carmine. They're foresters, so they like to live next to the trees. And then they like to cut them down, I guess. It is good. We have 20 people so far in our town. None of them are old enough yet for school, so I don't feel too bad about it. Let's go ahead and add another builder to kind of push this along a little bit faster so that we can build a school. We'll build the school next to the barn. It will be like one of those old school schools, an old school, where it was kind of next to the barn out in the woods, you know, or in my case, out in the prairie in the middle of nowhere, and you had to like walk all the way to school every time. It's good days, good days. I'm not actually that old, surprisingly. I didn't have to walk all the way out into the middle of the prairie just to go to school, although I wouldn't have been totally opposed to it. I think it kind of would have been fun. It might have like built character. I don't know. Be like a little house on the prairie. We're running out of stones, and we have just run out of iron, which is a bit of an issue, admittedly, but I think that the iron is just here. I think it's just the darker rocks, so I don't think we're in a bad way just yet. I think maybe we'll build a bridge. I don't know if you can go diagonally with bridges. No, you can't. But I think we'll build a bridge soon. So if we can't go diagonal, maybe we'll put it right here, or maybe we'll put it down here. Whatever feels good at the time. It's winter now. Our first winter in Lazy Brook Ridge. Elber was just born. Good old Elber. Manning is still all alone, but he's 13 years old now somehow. He went from 11 to 13 in a season. It's not quite a year, is it? That's okay though. We don't worry too much. We don't judge him. These guys have been busy. The gatherer and the forester. The women seem to be taking on the heavy roles in this town, proving to the men that they can do anything better. And the men, perhaps a little bit more in tune with their natural side, are becoming gatherers and picking berries and feeling happy amidst the woods, while their wives go out into the woods and chop the trees because they feel good about it, and maybe it helps them with their aggression. Maybe they feel much more peaceful when they're in the woods, steadily chopping at a tree, a woodpecker nearby chopping as well. Maybe they really love that. I know I do. This market is coming along quite well, and soon, when it's done, we'll have a schoolhouse, and it's not even winter yet, so I'm thinking the school will be done by mid-winter or the end of winter maybe, since it just switched. But so far we're okay. We've got quite a bit of firewood. See, we've got 112. We've got 371 wood, 1,400 food. We're doing really well on food at the moment, and I'm very happy about that. This time I'm not going to get rid of my barn. I thought with the market, all the food would go to the market, but it didn't. It just all went over the ground and everybody starved to death. Maybe they're not so good about putting the food away. Maybe they just don't understand it, and that's okay. That's okay too. This market's coming along really well. Katarine is just hanging out with Adric, who may or may not be her father, and Rainy, who may or may not be her mother. Let's see. Adric, Katarine is his daughter, and Rainy, Tatiana. I see. It's nice that she wants to hang out with her dad. Mala and Adric. It's sweet. She's hanging out with her dad while he's at work, because the people in this town think every day should be bring your child to work day, because they have a very big emphasis on family and closeness, and that's okay. I think that's beautiful. The people of Lazy Brook Ridge are a happy people, a hard-working people, and a hardy people. I think they weren't really banished, as the name of the game suggests. I think instead it was a group of pioneers who realized, oh, be careful, Katarine, you're losing health out there. I think maybe there may be some wolves in those trees. Better run along now. I think they were a group of pioneers who decided that they could do anything that they set their minds to. And so they wanted to build a new life where they could live by their own rules and exist as peacefully as they could. And I think that's a beautiful thing. We're still doing very well on food, so I'm gonna go ahead and assign one of the gatherers to be a builder again. And hilariously, yes, I am about 90% sure they will end up teaching at the school instead of going back to gathering. But the children will grow up eventually and take the jobs of their parents. Oh, look, here we go. You can always count on good old Adric. Oh, this is Shad. Shad is helping out now. I think he was the gatherer. Yes, he is a gatherer. Where's Adric at? What's he doing? Shad is really putting in some effort, as you can see. He brings the logs over. So does Lisbeta. Oh, look, here we go. The man with the wheelbarrow himself, Rigobert. He's a vendor for the market, so he's pulling things out of the storage barn and putting them into the market. And you see how there's food in here. That's why I thought that this didn't matter and I could just put it all in here. But you do need a storage barn or they get confused. It's okay to be confused sometimes. It's a little bit disconcerting that he couldn't figure it out, but at the same time, maybe that's all he knew. After all, he is educated, but it's definitely not Lazy Brook Ridge education system, which is going to be the best known in the land. Also the only in the land. Okay, so what has happened here, I've just realized, is that we have no iron whatsoever. So we need to pick up that iron real quick so that we can continue building. So hopefully they can go ahead and pull it out, go mining, bring it back, and we can get this school completed by the end of winter. You can hear them mining away, all the way up here. Who's doing the mining? Oh, it's Damar. We finally found her. She's a forester by day. Oh, I think actually she's planting seeds at the moment. She's not mining. So who is doing the mining? We can hear the tap tap of the pickaxe, but we don't necessarily see who's doing it. I am wondering where they have gone. Oh, I think it may be Elwoodson. He's the son of Elwood, and he's bringing the iron back. We only needed 16, and look at that, we've got enough just now. So I'm going to go ahead and assign a builder back to the job, and we can get this school completed very soon. I hope that you guys are enjoying this sleepy Sunday, and hopefully you're relaxing at home. You've got the lights down low, maybe you've got the curtains drawn up, the blinds down. You're just kind of enjoying some nice, cool atmosphere, feeling relaxed. I know for me, some of my favorite memories when I was younger were the days when it was 100+ degrees outside, and so I didn't want to go out and play. So I would stay inside, and we had these tall archways for doors instead of actual doors inside the house, leading into the kitchen and leading into my bedroom from the living room. So we staple gunned up a couple of queen-size comforters, and we turned on the AC in the living room, and it would be me and my father and my mother and my older sister, and the four of us would sit in the room and play Mario Party 2 and Mario Party 3 and 4 and 5 as time went on. We would play Modern Warfare 2. We would play Halo together. We would play all the old games and just feel kind of happy. All the way back to when all we had was a Nintendo 64, and all the way until I was probably 13 or so, when we had our Xbox, and we would just enjoy our time together about once a week, usually on Sundays, which is why I decided to do this actually. Sleepy Sundays. We would get together on Sunday evening usually, and it'd be a really warm day outside. You'd hear the cicadas buzzing outside, just so loud. But inside was nice and cool, actually kind of chilly now that I think about it. And it smelled like cigarette smoke because my dad was a chain smoker back then. And it smelled like cigarette smoke, but it was pleasant. And it was home. And it's one of my favorite memories. And so I'm hoping that with this Sleepy Sunday, I can recapture that for myself, but also share it with you. Oh, look at this. We took a quick break to talk, and the school's almost done. It's definitely going to be done by mid-spring. A little bit later than we'd hoped, but none of the children are old enough yet to start school, so it's okay. Oh, look at this. Townspeople coming together to build something that everyone will enjoy. And in fact, now someone gets to be the teacher and mold the minds of all the young in the town to show them that it's okay to be unique, to show them that they can grow up to be whatever they want. Whether that is a hunter or a gatherer, or maybe they want to grow an orchard. Who knows? They can do whatever they want to do. And I think that's beautiful. I am thinking that we could put in, for our next project, some more roads. We definitely want some more roads going out through here, just kind of lining the outside of the market. And then we can put in, let's see, we could do a town hall. A cemetery might be a wise thing to do. A chapel. The people could come together in worship of whatever god or gods they would want. Maybe they believe in the river goddess. Or maybe grandfather in the sky. Who knows? It's up for them to decide. A hospital would be a wonderful addition to the town as well. Used to heal diseases. I think a hospital would be very much something that this town would love to have. We could put a nice well right on the corner, put the hospital right next to it. Maybe we should build the well first, just to make sure that we can do it. Let's put the well right here, and the hospital we will place... Oh, we had to put it a little bit further away than I had hoped, but that's okay too. We'll place the hospital right there, and everything will be wonderful. Oh, it seems that our woodcutter has reached her quota, and so now we have over 200 pieces of firewood for the winter and for the autumn. We have quite a bit of food, but I think that we're going to go ahead and place her back at her original job of being a gatherer. It may or may not be her original job, but I think that she would appreciate it. And now we have 2 builders doing the work of 6, but that's okay, because as you've seen, the people in this village start walking at the age of 1, and they're pretty tall. And they just run all around and zip through the town. So 2 people can do the work of 20 in this town. The well is coming along nicely. And then we're going to need some more stones for this, for the church. There's not really a whole lot of stone over here, but luckily there's quite a bit over by the forestry. And clearing it out will only leave more room for our forester friends to plant new trees and give back to the earth that they are taken from. Wow, how relaxing. A child named Belle was born. Ah, what a beautiful name Belle is. Oh look, the well is beginning to take shape. It looks like he's molding clay or stone bricks. He just walked through it. Wow, he must be a magician as well. Who is this? Linwoody. Oh look, Linwoody the magician. It looks like he's shaping it out of bricks. Oh, and now all they need is a roof. And the well will be completed. And it'll make a nice addition to the center of town. And then they'll start further on the hospital, and anyone with any kind of sicknesses can be treated absolutely free, because the people in Lazy Brook Ridge want to be happy and healthy, and they want their neighbors and their friends and their family members to be happy and healthy as well. Oh, look at this. The well is nearly completed. Oh, the reserve of stone is quite low. We just watched it disappear entirely except for this small brick. But that's okay, because we've got some people on the case. And it looks like our well is finished. Oh, look at that. It's got a nice... Oh, that kid. Carmaine was inside the well. Wow. Little Carmaine fell down the well. All is well. That was unintentional, but I found it very fun. Oh, look. She's picking it up and taking it back to the storeroom. So then it can be brought to market. I am happy that I understand how this works now. Oh, maybe she's not. Maybe she is taking it out into the woods to fill it up further, and then she'll take it to the storage barn, and then to the market. I am happy that I know how it works now, because last time it was a bit embarrassing watching all of my townspeople die. They weren't quite ready for the Great Famine of Year 3 winter. Look at Riley over here. 11 years old and she's mining, and Damar's back to mine as well. These women are truly an inspiration to the modern world. Manning over here is 15 years old now. He has taken a spouse, it seems, Riley. Ah, yes, Riley the Gatherer. They're going to, work together. Oh, I find that very interesting. Let's see. Why don't we just go ahead and watch Manning for a little bit until we get a little bit further on this stone ordeal. Manning the Hunter is gathering food. He's a very diligent man. He's stopping by the market stall now. Oh, he's gonna crouch and pick something up and take it back to his house. It looks like a nice pot of chili. He's gonna take it all the way to his home over here, and he's gonna bring it back for his wife, Riley, so they can have some supper. And when she gets home from work, from hauling the stone, he'll look at her in the eyes and he'll tell her, "I love you, Riley. I made this for you." And then they'll be happy, and they'll have children, and this town will grow even further. Oh look, he's grown up. We watched his birthday happen and we didn't even know. Wow. Well, happy birthday, Manning. Oh look, they're coming back to pick up some stones and to keep the process going. Whole town's coming together now. It's a beautiful sight. It seems like the girls this time decided not to pick up the stones, and that's okay. I think they were tired from hauling so many before. Tatiana is hanging out. Pretty soon, she'll be in school, as one other student already is. Who is the teacher? Ah, Shad, our friend Shad, who worked on the school himself. It must have been from a burning desire to teach these youngsters. Although he himself is only 22, but 22 in this part of the world, in this time, was quite old. Ariane has become a student. Ah, that's who his student is. His first student was Ariane. Beautiful. Let us see. We are almost. We only have 10 stones left to gather, and we can build our hospital. And once our hospital is built, I'm not sure what we'll do. Oh, is that their child? It is! Manning and Riley had a child named Constant. It's a beautiful baby girl. Can we find her? Where is she at? Constant is 0 years old. They just don't make them like they do over in Lazy Brook Ridge, I tell ya. She's out of the womb and already walking around. It's insane. How diligent and how strong and how much willpower these people have. The hospital will be finished soon, and someone will need to step up to be the role of doctor. And I think that no one is probably qualified at the moment. So maybe we can get a herbalist and start getting some rare herbs to some herbs and poultices so that we can supply the hospital with bandages and penicillin and other things, of course. Tree bark for aspirin. Everything's coming along swimmingly. It's summer of year 2, and we haven't gone past 2 times speed. We've been taking it nice and slow and having ample time to just relax and enjoy Sleepy Saturday. Saturday? Sunday. Sleepy Sunday. I've gotten so sleepy, I've forgotten what day it is. It seems that the hospital is almost done. 83%. It should be finished probably by the end of summer. If not, a little bit before the end of summer. Then we'll have a hospital all throughout the winter where people can come and warm up and feel good. There's nothing quite like a nice refreshing shower from the heavens to just make us feel alive and make us feel at peace. A nice summer shower. A nice summer shower on this sleepy Sunday. So many S's. Oh, here we go. It's late summer. It's not yet quite autumn. And the hospital has been built. Wow. It's wonderful. And so now we have somebody who is running the hospital. And I think next we need a tailor. Because it would be very important that we don't get too cold this winter. That we have somebody with the skills to pay the bills. Somebody with the skills to... where should I put it? I am thinking I'll put the tailor right here. Somebody who has the skills to make clothing for the people so that they can survive the winter without being too cold. Because they're always outside, always working, very, very much a people filled with gusto and determination and grit. And they're very much willing to do the work necessary to survive and to feel happy and to thrive, not just survive. I'm thinking we're going to take one of these woodcutters and go ahead and put them into gathering so that we can get a little bit more food before winter happens. Everything's coming along quite well. We're going to need to get a little bit more stone. We're going to need to get on the case of stone. And just go ahead and get quite a bit this time. But I think that for now, Sleepy Sunday has made me very sleepy myself. With all of this beautiful rain coming down and all of this soft music. And the rain has ended and Erlen has been born. With this soft music and this bountiful rain and all of the brilliant sound effects in this game, the birds, the sound of lumber, the chopping and the mining, all of it is so relaxing to me. And I think I'm ready to take a nap. I hope that you guys could unwind and relax with me today and enjoy your time in the land of Lazy Brook Ridge. And I hope to see you next Sunday. I hope to see you next Sunday for another Sleepy Sunday with Marshall. Have a wonderful day, guys. Goodbye.